Welcome back to match 3. This is Old Man Poole. We won the dice roll. We're still completely heartbroken after our last match, but this hand's pretty good. Let's go ahead and keep it. We've got 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and a cheap removal spell. Basically the dream. Look at that. We look so aggressive. We're not actually that aggressive, but we look like it. Opponent starts off with Island. Let's see if that means merfolk or if that means pirates. Alright, another land. Not exceptional, not bad. Let's get in for a couple points of damage. And then we'll play our Sun Sentinel. It's funny, I've never been real wild about Vicious Conquistador, and it's how, like, kind of awkward this card is thrown to sharp relief by things like Skymarcher Aspirant, which is just much, much stronger. Blue-black, looks like pirates. I don't think I want to use Moment of Craving, so I think I'm just going to play Queen's Commissions. Play the Sky Marcher next turn. The turn after that, we can start getting in with Queen's Commission. So we can pump up the 1/1s past the 1/1. So my opponent doesn't play anything that won't die to Moment of Craving. It's a pretty aggressive start. I mean, we're on our turn 3. Our opponent's down to 13. And we are successfully going wide, Captain. So like Sailor of Means kind of blanks us here. He has a bunch of cards that could kind of stop the offensive. Moment of Craving gets through a lot of it. Hey, it's a colorless vampire in our hand. I imagine that won't last very long, but... Ooh, found 2 cards he wants off Perilous Voyage. Ooh, man, Legion Lieutenant was an absurd draw, though. What a play! What a play! That's the first time we've seen this guy, actually. It is a good one. In fact, it might even be first pickable. Haha. That was a beautiful joke, because, you know, we first picked it and everything. Chump blocking. That's a good sign for us. Hey, maybe there's something to this all 1 drop, 2 drop strategies. 6 cards in the hand doesn't mean too much when our board is a bunch of 2/2 power or 5/2 power creatures. Alright. Well, I think that's about as good a hand as we could have had. What's my opponent doing? It's kind of slow, or at least he was that game. Imperial Flow bites it. I think we maybe should have just been playing Shining Aerosaur. I think it's going to be important against blue-black, though. Not really sure what else we want to cut. We could just throw Caution to the Winds and play this curve. Nah, I think let's cut the Glorifier. Okay, I think the Aerosaur is going to be better than the Glorifier most of the time for us. And let's add in a Black Source. Alright, now if Magic Online wills it, who are we to say otherwise? Okay, this hand's pretty reasonable. Don't have a 2-drop, but have a bunch of vampires and Pirate's Cutlass. It's your favorite, Mr. Conquistador. No 2-drop. Aw, ooh. Well, I'm okay trading for that. So this is whenever it attacks, yeah, okay. It just makes whatever is there very small. And defenseless and pointless. Well, we don't have a play here, which is a little bit unfortunate. Next turn, though, Voracious Vampire means that the Conquistador will probably be able to get in there. And that's 3 damage as well. And after that, we can play our Vampire Revenant. We have a pretty solid curve, even if we are skipping our 2 spot. Not quite as gross as it was last game. Doorkeeper. Okay. Yeah, well, we're not quite aggressive enough for that to be great, I think, but fine by me. I don't know, we're doing a pretty fair bluff of the crazy like 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop vampire deck this game though, or this match. Ooh, Orkite Marauder is a super good card. A 2/1 flying for 2, I think is already like, I don't know, like definitely a card that you'll play in any blue deck you can. And then with upside, and like not even small upside, this just removes a flying blocker, removes a lot. Alright, Dark Inquiry. I don't think I love that against me. Alright, pulling out I know Deacon's probably fair. I could see taking something like Revenant, but... Alright, let's go ahead and swing with both these guys. Keystar gets in for a little bit of damage, even if he blocks it. And I'm fine trading off our Voracious Vampire for his Marauder. Yeah. A-okay with me. Play our Revenant. The fact that he didn't take this makes me think that he probably does have an answer for it, but I think it's still our best play. Soul of the Rapids. Not unreasonable. Ooh, Skirmishers. Aspirant's pretty good. I think we're just going to play the Pirate's Cutlass and equip to the Conquistador, though. That gives us a couple of good attackers. And Aspirant's not actually quite flying yet anyway, so it's kind of a tough time getting through Shoreline or Shorekeeper. I imagine that the Soul of the Rapids is just going to trade with the Revenant here. One doesn't really want to go down to 6, I don't think. Ooh, interesting. Have another flyer then? Ooh, I would not have picked that as my opponent's play. I mean, the 1 damage consistently is kind of worrisome, but 3 damage in the air is scarier, right? Okay, fair enough. Let's see, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 permanents right now. So we can go 8, 9. Next turn we could get the Aspirant into the air. I think we're actually just going to wait. I don't really want to trade off. Alright, opponent's found a little bit of breathing room. But he does need, like, removal or something. We have 2 flyers, and he's only going to have 1 blocker. Unless he has another Soul of the Rapids. Crashing Tide. Alright. I think I might have pitched back the Aspirant there. Because we're happier trading the Aspirant off for the Soul of the Rapids than the Vampire Revenant. And next turn we're still going to get to Ascend. I guess if we didn't have a land, maybe that's better. Ooh, oh, it's hexproof though. I was like, ooh, Chupacabra is absurd. But less good if my opponent's got hexproof. Cool. So let's swing with our Aspirant. Again, I imagine he trades. We'll re-equip our Pirate's Cutlass. Cutlass has shown itself to be quite good, kind of for the first match. I think in our other ones it's not been bad, but not really exciting. This matchup, though, I'm pretty happy with it. Deathless Ancient. It's interesting. He doesn't have tons of vampires. I wonder if this is a draft that didn't go particularly well for my opponent. Okay, let's cast the Chupacabra, shoot that out of the way, swing for 5. We've had, like, absurdly good draws in this match, though, too. Like, we've just ripped off the top pretty much every time we needed something. Alright, my opponent needs to find an answer for the Revenant, more or less immediately. And even if he does, we have a couple of 2/2s that can get in there as well. I think this is probably game, given that he played Crashing Tide previously. Which is not... You don't play that if you have a better removal spell, I guess. Alright. Managed to get it done. We had the truly heartbreaking finish for match 2, but other than that, the deck ended up performing pretty well. Never got to go off really hard with Alendra. Arnish Chupacabra obviously was great. Bishop of Binding definitely stole a game kind of all on its own. Only saw Legion Lieutenant once too. I think our Voracious Vampires made appearances way more than they should have, basically in every game though. We saw Anointed Deacon a fair amount too. I think the deck was pretty solid. I had a good mix of removal, some good vampires. Was a little bit lighter on the vampire count than maybe I would like, but I don't think it ever burned us too much. The one time we played Legion Lieutenant, it was pretty crazy. Buffed a bunch of relevant creatures. Anointed Deacon pretty much always had targets, even if it was just itself. But it frequently was able to like buff up Queen's Commission tokens and the like as well. Or the game where we got to get in with the Scry Marcher Aspirin over and over. Yeah, I think the deck was sweet. I was definitely cool being able to play Alenda. It's not even Alendra. That's gotta be one of my favorite cards to see in Cube, so every time I see this card it reminds me of it, but despite playing basically completely differently. Arterial Flow we never really got to play. I have a tough time evaluating Mind Rot effects. Like, I feel like when this is played against me, I'm just like, man, that's backbreaking. And I feel like when I play it, my opponent's always like, oh, okay, 2 lands. But there are definitely times where it really throws you off. Maybe we should have played it more aggressively the game that we had it too. Anyway, the deck was sweet. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll post this probably Saturday morning, so I will see you guys then.